Very good evening, my dear friends. Yesterday we have discussed about the concept of prospectus. Today I will refer you to some important provisions of the Companies Act 2013 on prospectus. Then tomorrow we will discuss about the most important subject, the rule of golden legacy, a very important rule of prospectus. Friends, prospectus is concerned, I explained you yesterday, under section 2, subsection 70 of the Companies Act, that prospectus is defined as means any document described or issued as a prospectus and includes a red herring prospectus referred to in section 32 or shelf prospectus or any notice, circular, advertisement or other document inviting offers from the public for the subscription or purchase of any securities of a body corporate. I have very elaboratively dealt with this particular subject matter, and then I explained even a piece of paper could be viewed as a prospectus. Then sections 23 to 42 of the Companies Act contain the necessary provisions on this particular subject of prospectus. In fact, there is a lot of deviation from the provisions of the 1956 Companies Act and then the 2013 Act. A lot of changes have come in between, and then this particular 2013 Act has drastically changed the contents pertaining to the prospectus. And then under 2013 Act, the contents are now in fact not stated. The earlier contents were repealed in fact, and they were all shifted to the SEBI. And under SEBI regulations and guidelines, these contents would be taken into account. Friends, the first provision, this particular prospectus and allotment of securities in public issues, in fact, is covered under Chapter 3 of the Companies Act 2013. And Chapter 3 contains two parts, Part 1 and Part 2. Part 1 is from sections 23 to 41 pertaining to public offer. Private companies are concerned, question of, in fact, going to public issue would not arise. Only it is with regard to the public companies where the public would be invited to subscribe to the share capital or loan capital. This aspect I have already covered elaboratively in my previous lectures. So, section 23 in fact deals with the issues saying the public offer and private placement. So far, a public limited company is concerned. We are concerned with public limited company only here. It may issue securities. Securities means it could be loan capital and share capital, as I already told you. Share capital, shares, preference shares and equity shares. Loan capital, debentures, and then the deposits, fixed deposits, and then the other one, bonds. So friends, the provision says a public company may issue securities to public through a document called prospectus. The concept I have already discussed, so I don't have to again elaborate that. And then prospectus in a public offer by complying with the provisions of this Part 1, okay, or through private placement also by complying with the provisions of Part 2 of this chapter. Under Chapter 3, Part 1 contains sections 23 to 41. They contain the necessary provisions pertaining to the issue of prospectus in public offer. And if it is by a private placement, where there is no public invitation even by public limited companies, and both by private limited and public limited companies where private placement takes place for procuring the securities, either share capital or loan capital. The part 2 of chapter 3, that is section 42, contains the necessary provisions in this regard. So here we will now deal with part 1, that is the prospectus made in a public offer, and then this under section 23. So the most important provision is that the most